होगा कुछ इस तरह कि दिस सेशन विल इन्वॉल्व सम कोडिंग, और कोशिश करूंगा मैं कि हम हाथ से कोड लिखें थोड़ा, और आपको भी एक लिंक शेयर करूंगा मैं कोड लैब का। लेकिन उस कोड लैब से पहले वो कोड लैब समझ लें कि इंडिपेंडेंट है, मतलब आप उसको कंप्लीटली खुद फॉलो कर सकते हैं विदाउट एनीथिंग, विदाउट एनी सेटअप ऑन योर लोकल सिस्टम, राइट। तो सब कुछ क्लाउड पे रन होगा बिल्कुल, लेकिन वो शेयर करने से पहले मैं आपको वो सब कुछ अपने लोकल मशीन पे एक दफा करके दिखाऊंगा अपनी आईडी के अंदर, ताकि आपको थोड़ी चीजें समझ में आए। बिकॉज वो कोड लैब है, वो बहुत सिंपल है, बस आप क्लोन करेंगे और आप रन करेंगे चीजें और आपको समझा देगा, दैट्स इट। मतलब उसमें ज्यादा कोई वो इंट्रोडक्टरी टाइप ऑफ कोड लैब है, लेकिन आप वो फॉलो करेंगे तो आपको एटलीस्ट चीजें चला के समझ में आ जाएंगी कि यार एमसीबी सर्वर कैसे चलता है, और वो एमसीबी सर्वर जो है वो एजेंट डेवलपमेंट किट से कैसे कनेक्ट होता है, एजेंट डेवलपमेंट किट कैसे चलती है, ये सब आपको उस कोड लैब में समझ में। तो कोड लैब इज समथिंग दैट यू कैन रन योरसेल्फ। मेरे सामने ही करेंगे आप, मतलब मैं थोड़ा सा भी आधा पौन घंटा आई एक्सप्लेन थिंग्स, और टाइम बचेगा तो आई गिव यू द यूआरएल और आप वो फॉलो करें, और मुझे बताएं कि अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है तो। ठीक है, तो बहुत सिंपल है, इतना कोई मसला नहीं है। जो मेजर काम है वो ये है कि आई कोड सम थिंग्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू एंड देन वी विल फिगर इट आउट। तो थैंक यू सो मच होस्टिंग मी। मोहित का मैसेज आया था तो आई थॉट लेट्स डू दिस। मैं काफी जो है वो काफी टाइम से मैंने कोई वर्कशॉप या इस तरह की कुछ चीज नहीं की थी, तो लेट्स डू दिस। तो एजेंडा सिंपल है। सबसे पहले मैं थोड़ी सी आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दूं चीज जो कि बहुत ज्यादा जो है वो आजकल स्पेशली पाकिस्तान में और पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, श्रीलंका, इन मुल्कों में बहुत ज्यादा फिक्रमंद है लोग कि एआई इज कमिंग, और एआई जो है ना बहुत अच्छा आउट परफॉर्म करता है लोगों को, और कोड लिखा है वो सारा और सब कुछ मतलब हो रहा है, और मतलब हम जो है वो आउटडेट होते जा रहे हैं और बड़ा मसला हो रहा है। तो सबसे पहले आपको नॉर्मल ह्यूमंस वर्सेस मशीन का कॉन्सेप्ट समझना पड़ेगा। नॉर्मल ह्यूमन वर्सेस मशीन्स का मतलब सही है, क्वेश्चन एंड में ले लूंगा मैं, मसला नहीं है। तो ह्यूमंस वर्सेस मशीन्स का मतलब ये है कि अभी आप एआई को भूल गए, ठीक है, फॉरगेट एआई, मशीन और ह्यूमन। इज दिस 2 डे सेशन? नहीं, 2 डे सेशन नहीं है, बस आज का ही है। तो ह्यूमन वर्सेस मशीन में आप सबसे पहले और ये समझें कि मशीन कर क्या सकती है, ठीक है। तो मशीन इज वेरी गुड एट स्टोरिंग अ लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा एंड रिकॉलिंग इट विद प्रिसिशन। मतलब क्या है यार, ये बार बार साउंड आ रहा है, इसको साउंड को इस तरह बंद नहीं कर सकते, या अलाउ फॉर एवरीवन कर सकते हो उस कॉल?
या मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ जस्ट सेकंड।
तो मशीन्स, व्हाट आर मशीन्स गुड एट? मशीन के पास अनलिमिटेड स्टोरेज है, सही है, 1 TB 2 TB हार्ड ड्राइव, 3 TB हार्ड ड्राइव, ट्रिलियंस ऑफ टीबीज हार्ड ड्राइव हमारे पास पड़ी हुई है, ठीक है। गूगल के डेटा सेंटर्स हैं, अमेजोन के डेटा सेंटर्स हैं, अनलिमिटेड स्टोरेज है, ठीक है। और उस स्टोरेज के अंदर 1 मेगाबाइट को एक्सेस करने की जो रिकवरी और प्रिसिशन और स्पीड है वो बहुत अनमैच्ड है। मतलब आप कंप्यूटर को बोलेंगे भाई ये मुझे ला के दो, वो फौरन जाएगा, क्वेरी मारेगा डेटाबेस में और आपको ला के दे देगा, प्रिसिशन के साथ बिल्कुल एक्यूरेट डेटा ला के देगा आपको। Humans are not good at this. Humans are not, our mind is not made to store large amounts of data. हमारी जो भूलने की बीमारी है, it is a blessing in disguise. हम भूलते हैं, ये एक नेमत है हमारे लिए। अगर हम सब कुछ याद रखने लग जाए तो हमारे लिए प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। तो हम स्टोर नहीं कर सकते, हमारा दिमाग जो है वो अनलिमिटेड स्टोरेज बॉक्स नहीं है, ठीक है। दूसरी चीज ये है कि हम कोई भी चीज को प्रिसिशन के साथ रिकॉल नहीं कर सकते एकदम के बाद जो बोलो भाई इस दिन इस टाइम पे इस सेकंड पे क्या हुआ था, यू वोंट बी एबल टू रिमेम्बर, ठीक है। तो वो आप नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है। तो दैट इज नॉट व्हाट ह्यूमंस शुड डू। हमें सिखाया यही है शुरू से कि करना यही है, स्टोर करना है, मेमोरी करनी है, रट्टे लगाने हैं, और वो रिकॉल करना है फौरन जब आपको चाहिए कि इस पेज पे क्या लिखा था, इस चैप्टर में क्या लिखा था, जो कि ऑन द बेसिस मतलब ग्राउंड लेवल पे ही गलत है वो। तो ह्यूमन माइंड जो है वो उस काम के लिए बना नहीं था। ह्यूमन माइंड किस काम के लिए बना था? थिंकिंग के लिए, इन्वेंशन के लिए, डिस्कवरी के लिए। अब थिंकिंग, इन्वेंशन, डिस्कवरी कैसे होती है? ह्यूमंस आर स्टूपिड, राइट। हम लोग पैदाइशी तौर पे स्टूपिड होते हैं। तो स्टुपिडिटी में क्या होता है, हम चीजें एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, नई नई चीजें में घुसते हैं, कोई चीज एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, कोई जलाते हैं, कोई चीजें, कोई केमिकल्स आपस में मिक्स करते हैं, इस तरह करते हैं, और फिर इससे नई डिस्कवरीज, नई इन्वेंशन होती हैं। ठीक है, तो अगर आपको गेयर का आइडिया है, गेयर गेयर जो आपस में जो इस तरह गरारियां आपस में इंटेंगल्ड होती, तो एक गेयर मूव होता तो सारे आपस में मूव होना शुरू हो जाते हैं। ये गेयर की जो इन्वेंशन थी, अगर आप बैक इन टाइम चले जाएं जब ये गेयर इन्वेंट हुआ था, उस टाइम पे जितना भी डेटा अवेलेबल था दुनिया में, वो सब आप किसी मशीन को दें और उससे बोलें कि गेयर इन्वेंट कर दो, वो नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि इट वाज एन इन्वेंशन, वो डेटा की बेसिस पे था ही नहीं। मतलब ह्यूमंस ने गेयर की इन्वेंशन, व्हील की इन्वेंशन, और जितने भी इन्वेंशन जो डिस्कवरीज हैं, वो डेटा की बेसिस पे की ही नहीं है। मतलब ह्यूमंस कहीं नहीं था कि मैं ये सीख गया हूं तो मैं ये बना लूंगा, नहीं। वो बिल्कुल आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स था, उसने कुछ कुछ कोशिश कर रहा था वो इंसान, और उससे कुछ बन गया। तो दैट इज व्हाट अ मशीन कैन नॉट डू। ठीक है, तो इस बात को आप जहन में रखेंगे तो आप एआई और इन सब चीजों को अच्छी तरह से समझ सकेंगे, यूज कर सकेंगे, और मजीद अपने मतलब करियर में और पर्सनल लाइफ में एडवांस कर सकेंगे। बस इनपुट की बात कर लेते हैं। एआई जो है, उसको अगर आप इस तरह समझेंगे कि इट्स अ मोड ऑफ इनपुट, जो एलएलएम है वो मोड ऑफ इनपुट है। बहुत पहले क्या होता था, आप मदरबोर्ड पे डायरेक्ट जाके सोल्ड करते थे चीजें, और वहां पे जाके 1 0 में लैंग्वेज में उसको बताते थे क्या करना है, कि भाई ये रजिस्टर है और ये उसकी मेमोरी है, ये वाली मेमोरी एक्सेस करनी है और ये प्लस करना है सम, और ये सब ये बताते थे आप। तो ये मोड ऑफ इनपुट था। उसके बाद उसके ऊपर आ गई अर्ली लैंग्वेजेस, फॉरट्रैन, कोबॉल, वो आपने कोड लिखना शुरू कर दिया, उनका विजुअल बेसिक टाइप चीजें। उसके ऊपर C++ आ गई, उसके ऊपर जावा। ये सब करते करते ये सब क्या था, ये सब आपका एक तरीका था कंप्यूटर को इंस्ट्रक्शन देने का, कि आप टाइप कर रहे हैं कोड, ठीक है, फॉर वार ये फलाना लूप और ये सब लिस्ट, तो ये बता रहा है कंप्यूटर को कि करना क्या है। तो एलएलएम, एआई इज एक्चुअली अ मोड ऑफ इनपुट, कि आप बता रहे हो कंप्यूटर को क्या करना है, ठीक है, और वो खुद से वो चीज कर देता है। इससे पहले जो रिसेंट मोड ऑफ इनपुट था वो क्या था, ग्राफिकल यूजर इंटरफेस, कि आप गूगल मीट के ये रेड बटन को दबाओगे तो गूगल मीट की कॉल बंद हो जाएगी। ठीक है, ये आपने मोड ऑफ इनपुट दिया है क्लिक करके, या आपने कंट्रोल कमांड क्यू कर दोगे तो क्विट हो जाएगी एप्लीकेशन। ये एक आपने मोड ऑफ इनपुट दिया कंप्यूटर को, कि कमांड क्यू करोगे तो इनपुट वो ऐप बंद हो जाएगी। अब मोड ऑफ इनपुट चेंज कर दो, एलएलएम को बोलो क्लोज दिस गूगल मीट, तो वो जाएगा प्रोग्रामेटिकली, वो बटन दबा देगा। ऑटोमेशन, एक तरीके की ऑटोमेशन है। तो हमने क्या किया है, मोड ऑफ इनपुट चेंज हुआ है। अब मोड ऑफ इनपुट चूंकि ह्यूमन लैंग्वेज के अंडरस्टैंडेबिलिटी के बहुत करीब है, इसलिए हमें खौफ हो रहा है कि यार पता नहीं क्या तबाही मच रही है, और हम उसको जो ना, तो एक्चुअली पूरी दुनिया में जो पिछला सारा रेवोल्यूशन आया वो इसी तरह आया है, कि एक चीज जो स्टैंडर्ड पे सेट हुई, उसके ऊपर चीजें बिल्ड होना शुरू हुई। पहले असेंबली लैंग्वेज बिल्ड हुई, फिर जावा बिल्ड हुई, फिर इस तरह करते करते लैंग्वेजेस के ऊपर लैंग्वेजेस बिल्ड होना शुरू हुई, उसके ऊपर आर्किटेक्चर बनता है। तो अभी जो एलएलएम का जो पूरा मॉडल है, कि वो नेचुरल लैंग्वेज को कंप्यूटर इंस्ट्रक्शन में कन्वर्ट करने के काबिल हो गया है। तो उसके ऊपर अब बहुत मजीद आर्किटेक्चर बन रहे हैं, एजेंट्स बन रहे हैं, ये सब हो रहा है, ये सब हो रहा है। तो ये थोड़ा ओवरवेलमिंग हो जाता है, विच इज फाइन, लेकिन अगर आपको ये चीज समझ में आई है तो थोड़ा सा आप इसको बेहतर तरीके से डेवलप कर सकते हैं। ठीक है जी, तो एमसीबी एडी के लर्निंग में आई, आज ये 3 टॉपिक्स हैं, सिंपल डिस्कस करेंगे हम जल्दी जल्दी, आधे घंटे में इसको, मैं आधे पौन घंटे में रैप अप कर दूंगा, फिर मैं आपको शेयर कर दूंगा वो यूआरएल, ताकि आप खुद से ट्राई कर सकें। ठीक है, तो अभी हम ये 3 चीजें सीखेंगे आज। अच्छा, सबसे पहले एजेंट। एजेंट क्या है, बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारे अलग अलग डेफिनेशन लेके आते हैं, अभी भी सब कुछ कंफ्यूजिंग है। बहुत बड़ी कंपनीज जो हैं वो अपना एक एजेंट का डेफिनेशन देती हैं, छोटी कंपनीज अपने एजेंट का डेफिनेशन देती हैं। तो एजेंट डिफाइन करने के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं, और सबका जो है वो अपना अपना एक अलग तरीका है। तो कोई डिफाइंड, क्योंकि एजेंट का मतलब, एजेंट जब आप मुझसे पूछेंगे ना कि एजेंट क्या है, तो मैं आपसे पूछूंगा किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात हो रही है, आप कहाँ खड़े हो, जहां आप खड़े हो उस जगह के लिए एजेंट डिफरेंट होगा बनिस्बत इसके जहां कोई और खड़ा है। एग्जाम्पल, मैं पाइथन के कोड के अंदर खड़ा हूँ, तो एजेंट जो है ना वो एक फंक्शन हो सकता है, तो वो फंक्शन कॉल हो और वो एजेंट आपको कुछ करके दे दे। ठीक है, अगर आप दुनिया के लेवल पे खड़े हो तो क्लाउड एक एजेंट है, जेमिनाई एक एजेंट है, वो जेमिनाई से आप चैट करते हो, वो पीछे 50 तरह के टूल कॉल करता है, वेब सर्चिंग करता है और आपको काम करके लाके देता है। ये एक एजेंट है, ठीक है। इससे और बड़े लेवल पे भी जा सकता है। तो सिंपल डेफिनेशन में एजेंट एक ऐसी चीज है जो आपके लिए काम करता है, हर तरह का काम, बनिस्बत इसके के वो जाके आपके लिए शॉपिंग कर ले या दही ले आए, इस तरह के काम नहीं करता। हो सकता है कि ये भी कुछ ना कुछ इस तरह का कुछ हो जाए, रोबोट्स आपके लिए काम करने लग जाए। बट विद इन द सॉफ्टवेयर पैराडाइम, एजेंट इज समथिंग दैट डज थिंग्स फॉर यू। आपके लिए वो काम करता है। हम सब एक दूसरे के लिए एजेंट हैं। इसकी बहुत अच्छी एग्जाम्पल क्या है? इसकी बहुत अच्छी एग्जाम्पल है आपका ट्रैवल एजेंट, जिसको आप मैसेज करते हो व्हाट्सएप पे कि भाई मुझे यहाँ जाना है, तो मुझे बताओ क्या करना है। तो वो जाता है और जाके वापस लाता है आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन, आपको बोलता है कि मुझे चाहिए आपका पासपोर्ट, मुझे चाहिए आपके ट्रैवल डेट, मुझे चाहिए किस मुल्क जाना है, ये फलाना, 5-6 चीजें ला के देता है आपको। आप वो 5-6 चीजें उसको प्रोवाइड करते हो, वो जाता है 2 हफ्ते बाद वापस ला के देता है, बोलता है ये वीजा आपका, ये तो एक्सेप्ट हो गया, रिजेक्ट हो गया, ये आपकी टिकट्स हैं, ये आपके होटल है, ये आपके ये आपके ये। बेहतरीन एग्जाम्पल है ये एजेंट की, क्योंकि ट्रैवल एजेंट एक्चुअली एक एजेंट है। अब आप इस एजेंट को अगर आप कोड लेवल में देखें या एजेंट लेवल में देखें, अगर आप इसकी दुनिया में देखें, तो क्या है ये? एक एजेंट है जिसके पास मल्टीपल टूल्स की एक्सेस है, कि वो टिकट भी बुक कर रहा है, वो वीजा सिस्टम से भी इंटरेक्ट कर रहा है, वो फलाना सिस्टम से भी इंटरेक्ट कर रहा है, वो आपकी होटल बुकिंग भी कर रहा है, सब कुछ कर रहा है। तो आज आप एजेंट को बोल दो कि बुक मी अ टिकट फॉर दिस, तो वो जाता है, एक एपीआई कॉल करता है, दूसरी एपीआई कॉल करता है, तीसरी एपीआई कॉल करता है, सबका डेटा लाता है, यूं करता है और वो आपको दे देता है कि भाई ये। तो दिस इज हाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड एन एजेंट। अभी जो मैंने आपको बताया है कि ये एपीआई कॉल, ये एपीआई कॉल, ये जो चीज मैंने आपको बताई है ना, यही हम करने वाले हैं अभी कोड में। ठीक है, तो एजेंट सिंपल लैंग्वेज में ये है कि कुछ भी, कोई भी काम करने के लिए आप किसी भी तरह को एजेंट को डिफाइन कर सकते हो। आप चाहे तो अपना जेमिनी बना लो, आप चाहे तो एक पाइथन का फंक्शन लिख लो, आप चाहे तो पाइडेंटिक मॉडल यूज कर लो, लैंग चेन यूज कर लो, बहुत सारी चीज। तो एजेंट को समझने का सबसे तरीका यही है कि एजेंट जो है वो जिस पैराडाइम में आप खड़े हैं, उस पैराडाइम में वो कोई काम कर दे आपके लिए। एमसीबी क्या है? एमसीबी को समझने के लिए मैंने बहुत कोशिश की कि मैं एमसीबी को कैसे समझाऊं, क्योंकि मुझे तो समझ में आ गया था। लेकिन हमेशा याद रखें कि आप कोई अगर चीज सीख गए हैं, ठीक है, और आपको ये टेस्ट करना है कि आपको वो चीज आती है या नहीं आती, तो आप वो सिंपल वर्ड्स में किसी और को समझाएं जिसको उस चीज का कोई आइडिया नहीं है। इसको अंग्रेज या गोरे बोलते हैं एक्सप्लेन टू मी लाइक अ 5 ईयर ओल्ड, कि मैं एक 5 साल का बच्चा हूँ उसकी तरह समझाएं। 5 साल का बच्चा तो खैर कुछ ज्यादा ही हो गया इस केस में, कि एमसीपी इसको कैसे, एमसीपी समझा सकते हो 5 साल के बच्चे को, लेकिन पॉइंट ये है कि 5 साल वाली एग्जाम्पल छोड़ दें। अगर मैं कुछ चीज सीख गया हूं तो मैं उसको ऐसे टर्म्स में समझा सकूं जिस टर्म में आप लोग ऑलरेडी एक चीज जानते हो, ठीक है। तो मैंने फिर ये डिसाइड किया कि यार फिर मैं कैसे समझा, मैं आहिस्ता आहिस्ता समझ समझ के मैंने ये डिफाइन डेफिनेशन ड्राइव की कि भाई जो रेस्ट एपीआई है, आपने, अगर आप सब लोग स्टूडेंट हैं, आप सब लोग इस इंडस्ट्री में हैं काफी टाइम से, तो आपको रेस्ट की एपीआई का पता है। अगर किसी को नहीं पता, अगर पता है तो रिएक्शन से वो थम्स अप का रिएक्शन कर दें। रेस्ट एपीआई का सबको पता है, जेसन स्टैंडर्ड, जेसन मॉडल क्या होता है, जेसन आती है, जेसन आप सबको पता, मोस्ट ऑफ लोग पीपल को पता, ठीक है, वेरी गुड। तो जिस तरह रेस्ट एपीआई आपके सिस्टम को फ्रंट एंड से कनेक्ट करती है, मतलब फ्लटर की जो ऐप है वो रेस्ट एपीआई के थ्रू, एचटीटीपी के थ्रू एक बैकएंड सिस्टम को कॉल करती है, वो बैकएंड सिस्टम को डेटा ला के दे रहा है जेसन। जिस तरह ये रेस्ट इन दोनों के बीच में है, इस तरह एमसीपी जो है वो आपके एआई और आपके सिस्टम के बीच में खड़ा है, ठीक है। तो व्हाट इज रेस्ट टू फ्रंट एंड एंड बैक एंड? एमसीपी इज टू एप्स एंड एआई सिस्टम, कि आपकी जो एआई है और आपका जो ओरिजिनल सर्वर है, मतलब ओरिजिनल जो भी डेटा है, उसके बीच में कनेक्शन करने के लिए एमसीपी है। तो एक स्टैंडर्ड है जिससे क्या होता है, जिससे जेमिनी, क्लॉड, इस तरह की जो सारी एप्स हैं, ये आपके सिस्टम से कम्युनिकेट करने के वो हो जाती हैं काबिल, और उसको कन्वर्जेशन डायलॉग में बनाने की काबिल हो जाती हैं, ठीक है। तो ये होगा कैसे, ये कोड में देखेंगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा। बट ये याद रखें कि अगर एक एजेंट को आपके सिस्टम से बात करनी, आपका सिस्टम मतलब कंपनी का सिस्टम, यूनिवर्सिटी का सिस्टम, तलाबात का सिस्टम, ठीक है, वो सिस्टम किस चीज में बना हुआ है? वो सिस्टम तो पुराना सॉफ्टवेयर बना हुआ है रेस्ट स्टैंडर्ड पे, जेसन फॉर्मेट है, वो तो कोई वो एमसीबी या वो तो कोई एआई सिस्टम नहीं है, वो एक नॉर्मल सिस्टम है जिसकी एपीआई है। तो उस एपीआई से एक जेमिनी का एजेंट कैसे बात करेगा? वो एमसीबी के थ्रू बात करेगा। हाई लेवल ये है डब्बा, एआई ऐप डब्बा, एमसीबी डब्बा, आपका बैकएंड सिस्टम डब्बा। तो एमसीबी इज द मिडिलवेयर, ठीक है। ये समझ में कैसा आएगा, कोड में जब जाएंगे तो 5 लाइन का कोड है, कोई मसला नहीं है, आराम से समझ में आ जाएगा, बट कॉन्सेप्ट समझना ज्यादा जरूरी है, सही है। तो हम करेंगे ये कि एक एजेंट बनाएंगे, फिर उसमें टूल लगाएंगे, फिर एमसीबी सर्वर बनाएंगे, फिर एमसीबी सर्वर को एजेंट से कनेक्ट करेंगे, ठीक है, सिंपल। और ये मैं कोशिश करूंगा हाथ से लिखूं कुछ ज्यादा से ज्यादा। तो ओके, सो लेट्स डू इट। तो ये मैंने जो है वो पहले से थोड़ी बहुत चीजें लिखी हुई हैं यहाँ पे, इम्पोर्ट की कमांड्स और इस सब ताकि जो है, और ये ईएनवी फाइल लोड की है। आपको ईएनवी फाइल पता होगी, इवन ईएनवी फाइल जो है जिसमें इस तरह की चीज होती हैं, क्या आपने गूगल क्लाउड प्रोजेक्ट का ये सब चीजें डाल देते हो, ठीक है। ये सब अभी जो कोड लैब में आपको शेयर करूंगा उसमें ये सब है, इसको किस तरह सेट करते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, ये सब उसमें लिखा हुआ है। ईएनवी फाइल क्या होती है ये भी उसमें लिखा हुआ है, अगर आपको नहीं पता कोई बात नहीं। ईएनवी फाइल हाई लेवल बता देता हूँ कि अगर आपको यहाँ पे कोई एलएलएम की डालनी है, ठीक है, अपने प्रोजेक्ट में, तो ये एलएलएम की जो की है ना, ये है सिक्योर की, ये आपकी की है, ये पब्लिकली एक्सपोज नहीं होनी चाहिए, राइट। तो इसको आप गिटहब पे भी पुश नहीं कर सकते, और इसको आपको प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर भी चाहिए। तो ईएनवी फाइल इसलिए होती है ताकि अब यहाँ पे सारी सीक्रेट्स और सारी इस तरह की चीजें, हाँ जूम करता हूँ मैं, सवाल करो, ये बता रहा हूँ वैसे, ये वो बता रहा हूँ, खाली कॉन्सेप्ट बता रहा हूँ। तो एलएलएम की जो एलएलएम बोल रहा हूँ, जो भी आपकी यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट आईडीज होती हैं, कीज होती हैं, ठीक है, आपकी एपीआई कीज होती हैं, ये यहाँ पे इस ईएनवी फाइल में डालनी होती है ताकि आप इसको गिटहब पे पुश ना करें, ये किसी पब्लिक में ना चली जाए, ठीक है, इसलिए डालनी होती है सब। तो सिंपल है, ठीक है। अच्छा, ये पाइथन का कोड है, ठीक है, और पाइथन मुझे भी इतनी खास नहीं आती, बट ये है बहुत सिंपल कोड है, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा। मैंने कोई कमेंट्स देखे हैं, लेट मी चेक, कमेंट्स किसी ने कुछ कहा हुआ है, ठीक है, समथिंग, अच्छा, so there are some English speakers as well. So yeah, we can do it in English. No worries. So 2:16, 10 minutes ago. Okay. So okay, let me do it in English. No worries. So okay. So what we are doing, let me get back to the presentation. So what we'll do is for that person who wants to understand in English. I hope you're not leaving. Yeah, you didn't leave. So what we'll do is we'll create an agent. We'll create a tool in the agent. We create an MCP server, and we'll connect that MCP server to the agent. If you don't know any of it, no worries. It's completely okay, because this is for beginners. The things that I will do right now in front of you as coding, some of the things you might not understand, which is fine, because I will share you the code lab link, and that code lab has everything, and you will try to follow it in this session, because I'm just like going to do it in 5-10 minutes, all of this, right? So the whole idea is you need to understand what is an agent, what does MCP server do, and how does MCP server connect to an agent, right? So let's do it. So I have already added some imports and all of these, and yes, this whole thing is already on GitHub. You can clone it when you will run the code lab. You will have the link to clone it, right? So I've already added some import commands and all of these, so that we don't set up Python and all of that. So we just go for directly for the real code. So this is the agent file. So we have this currency agent. Currency agent means it will talk to a tool which converts your currency to another currency, right? So if you ask an agent what is $1 to euro, it will fetch the currency and it will convert it into a language. This is what we are doing, right? So this is a currency agent. These are two folders we have. This is a currency folder, this is the agent. And here we are going to code our agent first. Agent has two things. The first thing is system instruction. System instruction. What this system instruction is, it tells the agent what to do. Simple prompt. So what we can do is we can simply put a prompt here which says, let me, yeah. So this is how it looks. System instruction. So you say you are a specialized agent for currency conversions. Your sole purpose is to use this tool. We'll create this tool right now. This is a function to answer questions about currency exchange rates. Currency file. There is no currency file. This is a currency agent. This currency agent folder is just a simple folder. It's a Python package, nothing else. It has one file called agent.py. Forget this test client. It is cloned from the Google's code lab. So forget about this. This is the only file that we care about, agent.py. And this agent.py defines the agent, that what the agent will do, right? Also, if you think this is too much, don't worry. Try to grasp it. Once I share you the code lab link, you will understand everything, and when you will run it, you will see that you understand stuff. So it's okay if if this is too much for you. I'm still keeping up with the comments and everything, so I'll answer you. You can clearly read the code. Okay, I don't know how to change the theme to white, but yeah, I can zoom it for you. You don't need to read the code actually, because I'll provide you the whole thing and you will be able to see the code there. Right? So what you're doing is you're telling the agent that you are this, you need to call this, and if the user asks about any other thing, you should not politely say that you cannot help, and do not attempt to answer unrelated questions. So this agent will not answer any other questions except for the exchange rate part. Now this load.env, this is loading this env file. You don't need to worry about it. If you don't know about it, no worries. The main part is this agent definition. Here we will define our agent. So how to define an agent? Google gives you very easy way to define an agent. It says, also I have written everything separately so that I don't LLM agent. And this LLM agent will agent which does what? Which has a model. Model is Gemini dash 2.5 dash slash. This is the model that the agent is going to use. This is the name of the agent. Let's say currency agent. And this is the description of the agent. What do you say? An agent that converts currencies. Okay, simple, nothing else, nothing fancy. And the most important part is tools. Here in tools, we will tell LLM agent what you need to use in order to get your information from. So remember, I told you that there is a Gemini, there's an agent which talks to a ticketing system, which talks to the hotel booking system, and it does all of that, right? So we'll add a tool and we'll add it here. So let's add a tool here. Tool means there is nothing fancy. It's not tool. It's actually a function, simple function. So what we'll do is we'll add this function. I'm copying it because it's a long one, but I'll explain you what happens. So tool for. So what it's doing is, this is a function, simple function. It says get exchange rate. Simple function, you must have studied these functions and all of that in your university. So what this function has three parameters: currency from, currency to, currency date, right? What it expects some currency, some to currency, and date, right? What does so we're telling this function what it does in simple words, right? And what it actually is doing is, forget about this logger info. Don't need this. So what it is doing is, it is calling an API. This API takes in currency to and currency from, simple JSON API. This is REST API. This is what we were talking about, that now our agent is trying to connect to a REST API to fetch the data and convert that data into simple plain language. So what it will do is it will call the API, it will parse the response into JSON, and it will do some error checking and everything, and then it will return the data to this function. Which ID is this? Yes, it's IntelliJ. Isn't this API called to convert currency or different normal API? Yes, exactly. So you will see how is this different from converting a normal API call, right? So what we are doing is simple API call, which returns the data. So, okay. Where this data is being returned, we don't care about that. Where this data is being called from, where this function being called from, we don't care about that. What we'll do is we'll just add this HTTPX import HTTPX, so that we have this API call now. Now the magic part. The magic part is you will tell this agent to use get exchange rate. That's it. Now what it's doing is this agent knows that when the user asks me anything about currency, it will call this function. It will pass those two currencies from the user, and it will pass that to this function. And when this function returns the response, it will convert this response into a language, into a simple language, to output in the chat window. This is what the agent is going to do. So let's try to see if it runs or not. And how do we run it? It's simple. We run it like this. So we go to terminal and we say uv adk run web. Now, what is UV? UV is a Python package manager. You will, when you will follow the code lab, you will know about it. And ADK run web means it will open a web interface with the agent in it. So let's try what UV ADK run web. Why? UV. Okay, wait. Let me check. There is a mismatch in the command. UV. Oh, sorry. UV run ADK. Sorry. Also command. So I'll show you what happens now. It will run your this whole thing, and it will show you a window like this. This is your agent. Now you'll say that currency agent, you'll select this, and this is not built by me. This whole web interface is already there for you, built by Google. You can build your own web interface as well, but Google gives you this, so you can out, and then you can build your own as well. So what you select is currency agent. Now you ask it, what is 1 USD to euro? Let's see what it does. What? LLM agent, there's an error. There is an error. Why there's an error? Root agent. Wait. So live coding is always like that. Get exchange information will be well addressed. Validation error for LLM agent. Why? Nice. Get. Okay, so it's giving me some errors. I need to look into it. But yeah, this happens when you live code a lot. It happens a lot. Okay, so it says, I think this is why it is wrong. Let me check now. I think it should work now. Let's see. What is 1 USD to euro? Again, why again? ADK web server. Input should be a valid list. Get exchange rate. Exchange rate function. Why is it? Should I do this? I don't need to do this, but define system instruction. Let me check again. Let's see. Currency agent. What is one USB to work? Again. Oh, one rates. Oh, it's nice. So it's actually returning the correct API response, but I think we are not measuring the value correctly. So yeah, this is a Python issue. So let's move on. Let's not try to debug it right now, because if I debug it, it will be too much. So let's for now let's remove this tool, and I'll show you what the agent does. Let's not say your sole purpose is to do this. I just want to show you how to you are a normal agent that talks to the user. Okay, so let's do this now. Okay, let's run this again. Just want how you interact with the agent actually. So hello, let's see what it does. Cool. Can I convert currencies for you? Okay, so it's actually asking you, but it should not, because we don't have this exchange rate function now. So this is how you. So let's forget about this. Simple stuff. What you do is you create an agent like this, and you can add tools to it. We'll add this tool. We'll add this tool, but we'll add it some other way according to the code lab. But this is how you create an agent, right? So now is we'll put this agent in contact with an MCP server. So what is an MCP server? MCP server is, so what we are trying to do is now we are trying to add, instead of adding this tool here in Python, because this tool is creating a problem in Python, we need to like figure out some debugging steps. So we don't want that. We will directly connect this agent to an MCP server. Now we'll come to this server.py. This is our MCP server. I've also added some imports here as well. So what we'll do is we'll create a new MCP server and then connect it to our agent. So instead of tools here, we will say MCP server. So what we'll do is let's create a new MCP server. Also, if you still think it's too fast or I'm doing too much, so yeah, it happens in live code. You might not understand everything, but I'll share you the code lab link and we'll do this together. You will do this with me right now in a few minutes, right? So let me just run this once and I'll tell you what's happening. So this is our MCP server now, and we'll do this. We'll add this MCP definition. Fast MCP is a library in Python, which allows you to create MCP servers. Then we will add this tool that we added there. So this is the actual tool that you were talking about, this API call. This is how you define the tool. MCP tool, this is the same function that we added there. This time we are adding it in server, in MCP server. And then we'll do the main definition. This is a Python main function, like this. So MCP server needs to be hosted somewhere, right? Now, this is the tool that we want to call to get our currency rates. Now we'll need this to connect to agent, right? So what we'll do is we'll come back to the agent and we'll say, instead of tools get agent, we'll say like this, MCP tool set, and MCP tool set will have connection params, and it will have preamable HTTP. Now this is confusing. I know this was confusing for me as well. But what we are trying to say is we are saying that URL equals to OS or get environment. This is all Python stuff. MCP server URL .env. MCP server URL, and then we'll have this localhost. like this. os dot underscore get environment. Yeah, like this. So what we are doing is we are telling this agent to pick up the get exchange rate from this server. This server is what? This server is this. Now we will run this server and we'll connect our agent to this server. So let's do this. You are a specialized agent that talks to, that converts currencies for the users. Specialized. Okay. So now we have almost everything in place. Now what we'll do is we don't need this HTTPS server.py is already there. Now what we'll do is we'll run this server. So we'll run this server like this. I'll show you how to run the server. UB server.py. This is how you run the MCP server. The MCP server is up now, but we need the agent to connect to MCP server, right? So what we'll do is we'll connect an agent MCP server like this. We already connected it. We just need to run the agent. Now I hope it should work on the web. I hope it works. So now if we ask what is 1 USD to euro, I hope it should work. Please work. Okay, cool. It's working now. It called the exchange rate. It got the exchange rate, and it says 1 USD is 0.85 euro. Now, there was somebody who asked me that why are we calling an API when API is simply like returning JSON data? Yes, this API will return you the JSON data like this, but the problem is you can't print this JSON data directly into the web user interface. The user needs to talk to the agent, right? So what agent is doing, it's bringing this JSON, it's reading this JSON, and it's converting it into a very valuable answer. This is what the agent is doing, right? So this is how you create an MCP server, an agent. I know it's confusing because of the errors that we faced. I have been live coding for 6 years, and there's not one day when my live code gets crashed on in front of the audience, which is perfectly fine. But the problem, pre-planned copy pasting and pre-planned stuff that I'm sharing with you. This is how actual development looks like. This is how we do it in our offices, in our normal daily lives. This is not, everything is not shiny. So I don't prefer the shiny, prepared things to show to the audience. So I hope you enjoyed the taste of development. Now you want to create this for yourself. Yes, let's do it. Mohib, did you share the credit links and everything to these guys previously, right?
You bet.
Sorry, your voice is echoing.
You meant Google credits, right?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't really ask for it for this session.
Hmm.
We can do it later, I guess. We can provide them with later.
Okay, let me. My voice is echoing now. Okay, so let me provide this URL to you guys. Try it out. If it works for you, let me know if it works for you, because I really want you guys to try it. Completely confusing for me. Yes, I know it's confusing. It is very, like, what do we say? For those who are very new to this, it sounds confusing, but yeah, once you try it out, you will start understanding. So there are two ways of learning things, right? First thing is you go down to the theory level of it and you understand from that level. And the second way is you run things and then you understand them in reverse. So I shared you this URL. In industry, MCP servers will develop in the same way, or there are some better ways to implement, especially when talking about industry standards. If yes, what are the main difference? See, MCP server can be developed in any language. This is Python using Google's tech stack. You can develop MCP servers using OpenAI tech stack. You can develop MCP servers in TypeScript as well. You can develop in anything. It depends. What happens in this industry depends on what kind of you know technology stack you're using. So if a company or a university is using some tech stack and they will choose to develop MCP server in their own tech stack. MCP servers could be developed in C# as well. So there is an architectural standard for the industry, but there's nothing like tech stack for industry, because Google will always push you to build MCP servers in Google. OpenAI will always tell you to develop MCP servers in their language. Everybody will push you to that. But whatever you are working in already, you can create MCP servers in that. I know this MCP server and agent connection and all of that is very confusing. A lot of people might not have understood it like really well, which is fine for now. This was an introductory thing, and you don't need to understand everything. Why did I chose to have this live coding stuff in this session? Is because for university students, usually what people show to the university students is all the good things, the shiny stuff which happens in the industry, and cool demos and everything. I don't want to show you those cool demos. I want to show you how actual software engineering looks like. You're students right now, you should prepare for that. And I have, yes, mainly flow would be same. Yes, mainly the flow would be same. So flow would always be same. Your agent, your MCP server, and your backend system. So this is your agent, this is your MCP server, and this is your backend. So you can have any other API call in this place. You can have a university's API call as well. So if you want to build something around your calendar or your anything like that, you can do that. So agent, MCP server, and then your backend. This thing will always be the same. And this is how Gemini everything works. They have MCP servers integrated into them, and they talk to MCP servers. So let me know if you guys can try this code lab. Just open this and try it out like this, the way it's there. So I'll show you how it is. This is how it looks like. It will tell you what are agents. It will show you how agents work. It will tell you what is MCP, what is agent development kit, what will you learn, how to create local. Whatever we did, whatever I showed you here, it's exactly the same. And then you will see, you will go to Google Cloud Console and create all of that. Whatever this is telling you, you will go to Google Cloud Console, you will open the terminal there like this, Cloud Shell, and then do everything that is there in this code lab. So if you want to do, please do it and let me know if it works for you. This is the GitHub repository that we're working on. It's all public. You can go and check. For very beginners like you guys, for me it is very simple. For other industry people, it might be very simple. I know it's not very simple for you because you have not worked on real production systems, which is fine. We were also like that. Everybody is like that. So don't worry if you don't understand this. This Google Code Lab is an internal link. It's like nobody else has this link. It's only shared with the people who join Code Labs and who join these talks. But I think I've shared you the link. Please go through it and try to understand what's happening there. You won't have to write any code. It will just tell you to run these commands like this, and you will see what happens behind the scenes. Then it will ask you to deploy an MCP server and then create an agent, just like we did currency agent. simple like that. So yeah, and then it's there's one extra topic here which I didn't discuss because it was too advanced. Agent to agent protocol. You can, if you want, you can study this as well. It's very small thing, nothing fancy here. But I think for university students like you, this is a good start to explore MCB, to explore ADK. This is very confusing for everyone. This was very confusing for me as well a few months ago. Till a few months ago, I was not able to understand what is MCP. Somebody told me like this, and I was really confused. I was out of my mind. What is happening? What is MCP? What is ADK? Then I started researching on it. So I think the best way to understand stuff is to know about it. That this is something that's there in the market. You don't need to be handholded to study it. You can go and you can try it out yourself, and everything is already there. Just clone it, run it, change some code, change some API calls, add your API calls, try to experiment with it. The only crux is that you need to give it time. The only thing is you have to give it time. In order to understand this, you have to give it time. If you don't give it time, if you don't give it like a half an hour, 1 hour a day, just like you do it with your university assignments, like you go to university daily, you do, you learn theory daily, and then you implement it, you do assignments daily. That's how you get hands on with the tech, with the uh, with the language. So I think this is the same for this. This is a very new thing for every one of us, and that's why it was confusing. And on top of that, we had some errors. I was trying to live code it. It went south, which is fine. It happens all the time. But I think this was the real reason that you guys found it confusing. And yeah, feedback taken. I'll see what we can do in the next sessions, and I'm sure I'll prepare a session for the next as well for you guys, so that we can go down one step to theory, and then come back and build something. But yeah, if till then, if you guys have something by that time that you tried it, you tried this code lab, you did something, so it will be better for you for the next time. If you come prepared, if you come, if you know some things about this. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, I don't think so you will have, because you might not have understood a lot of this stuff. But I think when I used to go to events like this, I still go to events like this. I went to a blockchain event once, crypto event. I didn't know blockchain at all. I still don't know a lot of it. But I went to a blockchain event. They were talking about hyper ledgers and contracts and how to distributed systems. I was like, what the hell is this? I'm not being able to understand even a word of it. And then I had to go home. I had to learn, you know, blockchain. I had to learn. I went there. I went I googled stuff. I learned about blockchain myself, and then started getting some grasp of the technology. So this is similar to this. Whoever wants to learn something new, they'll have to go to they'll have to go to events. We guys, viewers in here, all these guys in your university, they are just mode of bringing you information. So these guys will tell you that this is something that you should learn. Learning is your domain, so you should try to learn it. So thank you so much. I'll come up with something more, something more simpler. I expected, because I gave more university, there was things get updated all that. But I think I'll make it better next time, and for you specifically, for UMT guys, and we can have a better session next time. But I would really love to see you guys coming prepared, or coming like having some knowledge of it, or maybe trying this code lab out and telling me how it works. So thank you so much. If there are any more questions or anything that you want to share, there are, okay, so there are some comments. Is there any way we can communicate with you if you have any? Yes, you can communicate. I always reply to everyone on LinkedIn. I never knew Mohib. I still haven't met him yet. I don't know like where he's from. He just messaged me on LinkedIn once and he asked me to come to this session, and it's perfectly fine. I replied to him. So if you don't know me, if I don't know you, no matter, that doesn't matter. You can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. I reply to almost everyone. I sometimes might not reply immediately, but I have some time allotted to replying to messages, so I'll always reply to you guys. Uh, Sir Waleed, you enabled API platform APIs in startup, but the agent calls Gemini through ADK. Why not directly through Vertex AI? Is the ADK routing through Vertex AI? Is ADK routing through Vertex endpoint internally? Separate API, Gemini. Yes. When you do Google Gen AI, use Vertex AI equals to true. And your ADK uses your project from your Google Cloud Console and uses the Vertex API from your cloud. That's how it's using the actual model, Gemini 2.5 actual model. The other way is you can add your Gemini API key directly to your project, so then you don't have to connect to Google Cloud Platform, like running this API and all of that. You can do that. There are two ways to do it. But you when you do this API dot then you can actually deploy on Google. So they have made it one step easier rather than for you to add your API keys. But you can do both. This is perfectly okay. So yeah, please if you have any questions, not about this stuff, anything else that you guys want to know as students, because the more important thing is whatever we as industry people have experienced, we should convey that to you guys, because all of this coding, ADK, Flutter, and everything is already there on Google. You can search on it, you can explain, you can get all the details, you can start learning on it without even us have to tell you. So these are already there. The thing that we should provide you with is the experiences, the industry insights. So please, if you have any questions other than this, please feel free to ask. If you have any questions related to this as well, please go ahead and ask. What are the things you work on nowadays? What are your future plans? So okay, so what am I working nowadays? So this was an agent being built with ADK, right? What I'm working on, I'm trying to learn is building agents without ADK, without any stuff. Pure Python, LangChain, LangGraph, the things that machine learning engineers use. I'm trying to learn that. It's very difficult because I'm not a machine learning engineer. It's very difficult for me to understand what happens. You must have seen my few posts that I was posting recently about my articles, my multi-agent system. I was trying to get my hat wrap around that, but I think everything is there on the internet. You just need to find out how to use that, how to learn it. So that is what I'm working on right now, trying to build multiple agents, connect them together, and creating something on an industry standard. um, okay, so can you just give us a roadmap for what you followed to reach where you now? So I know I'm not at a point where I can answer this question that what kind of roadmap I followed to reach where I am now. I'm not somewhere uh, I'm not at a very strong place. The only thing that I did was when Flutter came in 2017, I started learning about it, and then I started posting about it. I started writing articles about it. I did sessions about it, just like I'm doing session with you guys on MCP, right? I did this first session in 2018 with Flutter in Karachi. And the response that you guys have right now, it was the exact same response of the people when I was teaching Flutter to them. They were completely blank because Flutter was new, and I was talking about state management and all this advanced stuff. So yeah, this is what I did in the last 6 years. Learned Flutter, posted about it, got to know more people, learned architecture. So the only thing is that you can do is do it daily. That's the only best part. When you do things daily, you automatically learn more stuff rather than just sitting and thinking about learning. Thinking about learning is the um, is the worst part. You should do it. Like, try to do it. Do it bad, do it broken, but do it. Just like you go to gym, and the first day you don't pick up anything. You cannot even pick up a dumbbell because you're weak. So that does not mean that you should start picking up heavy things and start doing a lot of things in one day. Do it daily. Do it slowly, half hour daily, 1 hour daily, or maybe weekly. But do it. Uh, can a single MCP server run multiple tools? Yes. And a single agent can be connected to multiple agents. Yes. Single MCP server can have multiple tools. So let's say you want, I'm in Talabat, right? Talabat is a delivery hero, is a food delivery company. Right? So Talabat MCP server can have multiple tools. Get order details, get get restaurants, pay for my order, check out the scheme. All of this is a different tool. So MCP servers can have multiple tools. Can a single agent be connected to multiple agents? Yes. Single agent can be connected to multiple agents. There are different protocols for that. So if your agent is built like this, the one we built, it can connect to other agent using agent-to-agent protocol. Google's agent-to-agent protocol. You can learn about it. It's relatively very simple. So please share your LinkedIn profile. Yes, I can share you. Yeah, somebody already shared it. What is your inspiration? Could you tell us about the thing which keeps you going and learning new things? So, see, what I believe is whenever I'm doing something, I try to keep some percentage of it, like 20%, 10%, 20%, in helping others, like in trying to teach things to other people as a community person, not as a business. So this is what keeps me going. So I always try to share stuff with other people without the intention of getting anything in return. So I don't like to do business because this is business, right? If I'm helping you, or if I'm helping Mohib, for suppose if I'm coming to Mohib's event, and then I have this thing in my mind that after some time, after 6 months, I'll get a benefit from Mohib. So this is not what do you call it? In Urdu we call it neki. This is not neki. This is not a good deed. This is business. So I have this in my mind that I'll have to ask a favor from Mohib after some time. That's why I'm coming here today. This is purely business intention. This is not a good deed. So this is how I see this thing. Whenever I'm collaborating with someone outside of my workplace, if I'm because business is work. I go to work, I do things for them, they pay me. Simple. This is business, but this is not business. What you're doing right now, this is not business. This should not be business. I should not be having this thing in my mind that I'll get a benefit out of you guys in the future. Yes, we have made a connection. This connection might help me in the future, but right now my intention should not be that I'm doing this because I want to get some benefit from it. So this is what keeps me going. I always try to learn new things, and then I try to teach it to different people. I try to share my experience with different people, and I try to do it on a one-to-one and in an event like this on a physical basis, rather than writing articles, rather than creating YouTube videos of my experience. I don't like that. I'm not that kind of person. So everybody's a different kind of person. Like, so some GDs are very good at YouTubing. I'm not very good at YouTubing. I tried it. It was not good. I didn't like it. So everybody's a different way of contributing. So my way of contributing is I try to go to events. I try to do one-on-one mentoring, and that's how I give back, and that's what keeps me going. So learning new stuff and trying to learn unrelated things, that's what keeps me going. What industry actually wants from IT CSE student graduate both in development and AI side? Okay, so see, from you guys, university students will never be able to match the industry standards no matter how much they do well, right? So what industry expects you? When you go to the industry after graduating, they know that you don't know a lot of stuff. They know that you are not a very experienced software engineer. You are not a software engineer. They know it. So why do they hire you? Why do they look for fresh graduates? The only reason the only thing that they look in you is core concepts of computer science, operating system, data structures, loops, lists, queues, problem solving. How do you approach a problem? How do you document a problem? When a problem is presented to you, what tools you think of to solve the problem? So first of all, I gave you a problem in an interview. Now you're thinking I should use a queue, I should use a linked list, I should use an array to solve this. This is what industry people look in the fresh graduates. So even after AI, you should always try to learn fundamentals and don't vibe code it up. So fundamentals should always, you always should learn fundamentals and try to not vibe them up, because at the end of the day, industry will ask you for these things. So try to stick to fundamentals, try to learn the core concepts of computer science, and then the core concepts of AI, how LLM agents work, how machine learning works. You don't need to create a model. You don't need to create a deep learning model or recurring neural network or something like that. No, you need to learn how that works. What is a deep learning neural network? What is it? What does it work? How does it work? How it becomes another LLM agent? What is context engineering? This is what today's world is. But do all of that while sticking to fundamentals. You should know how to debug stuff. You should know, like the one that we had right now, right? It was a Python, typical Python error. There was some parsing issue, right? So I could have debugged it right now, asked AI to debug it as well, but there was no time. So this is, if you know what to do in these kinds of things without AI, then you should be good. But try to stick to fundamentals. Could you please guide how to get a remote job? Waleed Karim is the best person to answer this. He has been doing a lot of stuff related to remote jobs, and you can join his sessions. I think they are recorded as well, so you can reach out to him. He has also written a lot of articles and lot of that stuff. So, but yeah, remote job is landing a remote job is very similar to landing a normal job, except for some caveats, obviously. But yeah, I think Bajaj is the right person for this, because this is a very broad topic, and I think it will take a lot of time for me to answer you this. But okay, let me put this here. Let's stop this. Could you please guide? Okay, already connected. Have you published and written research papers? Yes, I did publish one research paper about unsupervised machine learning. Actually, it was not unsupervised machine learning. By mistake, it was unsupervised machine learning, but it was about document clustering. So there is a 50,000 documents. You give it to my system, and then my system automatically, classifies them into different categories. This is unsupervised learning, but we didn't know that we were doing unsupervised learning at that time. So we wrote this article, we wrote this research paper, and we published it in the ACM journal with my FIP supervisor. We were a team of 5 people. Yes, we did it. It was cool. It was really cool. We did it we wrote the algorithm for clustering the documents, and it was really cool. We wrote one more research paper in my university times, in my master's from IBA, when I was doing master's from IBA. It was related to agile development, some research survey. So yeah, I have experience of writing research papers, but not recently. Anti-gravity graded I experience that. So what do you suggest? See, anti-gravity, it is a tool, right? Cloud, anti-gravity, Codex, you should try all of that. You should see what works for you. Most of the companies that I know internally, software engineering companies, they are using Cloud a lot, because apparently, I don't know, Cloud is good at coding. Maybe that's why. But I think this is a race. This is a business race. This is not This is not about who is better, who is not. These companies, they are, trying to get better models every time. So this is a business race. So I think whatever works for you, you should try it. And Google has amazing marketing. They have amazing infrastructure. They have this amazing, what do you say, uh, amazing hierarchy of community. So GDOC, GDG, GDEs, all of that. So therefore, Google is really amazing at marketing and penetrating the market. But yeah, I think as an individual, whatever you whatever works for you, you should try all of that and see. नेक्स्ट सेशन कब scheduled है? Want would love to attend from start. मोहिब will tell you about this. मोहिब बता सकते हैं ये सेशन कब होगा. I don't know, like अभी at least not this month. We will try to schedule another one. How did, और ये recorded है शायद, so you will get the recording. How did you work on building your logical and critical thinking? I didn't work on building logical critical thinking. मतलब मुझे नहीं पता. I never I never actually worked on building it. It automatically got, I learned it automatically while working on computer science. So if you're in computer science, if you are working on a technical level in computer science domain, you will automatically build up, logic and critical thinking. You don't need to like learn it properly. You can learn it. There are a lot of courses and all of that. But I think when you are in a computer science university and you're learning computer science, you're learning coding, this is all logic. And you will always, like, computer will always be right. Like, if it makes a mistake, it's your mistake. Like, you have coded something wrong. That's why it's making a mistake. Forget about LLMs. LLMs make a lot of mistakes. I'm not talking about LLMs. Forget LLMs. Normal C sharp, C++ code, Java code, if that breaks, that is usually your error, right? Your problem. So you'll automatically learn logic and critical thinking if you are in computer science. So I don't know how I worked on it, or even if I have logical critical thinking, I don't even know that. But I think, yeah, when you are in computer science, you should automatically build these skills. I was just curious about the fact that AI agents can be used for trading. Is it really true? Selling AI agents is the only way of earning money from it? Yes. So there are, whatever you see on the internet, 95% of it is always false. This is the biggest dilemma of our society, that whatever you see on the internet, whatever people show you, that they are making millions of agents, and I have built this agent, multi-agent architecture, this is creating millions of dollars for me, and join this course for $200 and I'll teach you. Bro, why do you need to give a $200 course when you're already earning millions of dollars from your agents? You should not put a $200 course if you're already earning millions of dollars from your agent. You don't need $200 yet. You don't even need to course, right? So whatever you see on internet, most of it is false. There are very less people on the internet which tell you the real truth behind all of these things. Regarding the trading AI agents, one of my friends, he's in Netherlands. He's working on creating something like that, and I was asking him, and he was telling me that it's very difficult for an agent to tell it to trade for you. It is very difficult. Why? Because trading is completely dynamic. You can like make it learn algorithms. Like, there are some algorithm of trading, right? So when this happens, do this happens, do this. You can do if else checks. But I think the part where the agent trades for you and it is always profitable, it's very hypothetical. It is not true, and people have lost a lot of money, and there is always a human level of intuition involved in trading, and a lot of insider information as well. People know that this company is going to do this, so invest in this company is going to do this. So it's very difficult, and trading is a very gray area. So before jumping into AI agents for trading, you should actually know trading, and you should actually learn from it. You should actually know yourself how trading works. I don't know about it, so I cannot say anything. But yeah, it's very dangerous area, to play with. I would not suggest you to directly go and believe anyone who tells you this unless that person is credible. How did you come to choose a sorry, somebody is speaking? Okay. How did you come to choose a dedicated path? Like, this is the thing I want to work on. I didn't choose a dedicated path. That's what the dilemma is. So in our society, nobody tells us what you should do, or nobody is there to guide us. So usually your first you will do the rest of your life. So I wanted to be a computer scientist from the very beginning. Like when I was very little, I had very keen interest in computers. That's what I was like completely. I didn't know that I would become a coder or programmer. But when I went to university, I started looking at code. So I got interest. So what you can do is you see 5 things, 10 things in front of you: designing, documentation, writing, content writing, YouTube creation, designing, Photoshop, Premiere, AI, machine learning, computer science, coding, programming, all of that. Pick up things that interest you. Like if you are a programmer, then AI, multi-agents, programming, these things will interest you. Try to go into one thing, do it for a month or two, and then you will see if you're interested or not. If it doesn't look like you're good at it, or you're no interest in that, switch to something else. Right now you're a student, it is easy for you to do this. So go into something, try it out for 1 month. If it doesn't work, do something else. If you see that this person is good at designing, he's earning a lot of money, that does not mean that you will do designing and earn a lot of money. It does not necessarily mean that. But if that person is designing and he's earning money, you can also try designing and see if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, go for something else. This is what I did when I was in university. I I know Photoshop, I know a lot of other tools as well. I'm leading this Letter Karachi community as well. So I did designing, marketing, content writing, everything myself. I learned all of these stuff. But when I was in university, I was learning computer science. I was really attracted to coding, and that's what. And I tried once different things, and one of them was coding, which attracted me. So then I started learning it. This is how I found out that I like coding. Today, I can shift from coding to something else as well. Like you always shift. So I can go to management. I can go to become a startup founder, something like that. I can do that when I want to do it, when I would like to do it, when I see people doing it. If I like that life, if I like that thing, then I will be able to commit to it. So I think you need to find some paths and try every one of it, like 4 or 5 things. Try them, see what works for you, and choose it. It's never too late to switch. KFC founder started KFC at the age of 67. We have this example a lot. A lot of these people give this example a lot. So you are never too late to start something or switch something to. So yeah. Can you please share Wajad Karim's LinkedIn profile? Yeah, you can just go and Google it. Wajad Karim is a very famous person. An advice you would give to your younger self? I think I I won't give any advice to my younger self, because I think what I am today is because of the action in the past. It's all a result of the actions that I did in the past. So I would not want to change anything. Actually I don't live in the past, so I'm so you should always be happy right now. And if you are at a better place right now than you were last year, then you are good. If you continuously think about school days were great, college days were great, and childhood was great, that means you're not you ran in minus. You are running behind. So every next part of your life should be better than your previous part. That way you will never remember those were the good old days, those were the good old days. No, you will never remember that. You should not, because your life should be better than it was previously, right? So if you are remembering the good old days, that means there is a problem with you right now. You are not doing what you love, you're not happy maybe, or you need to do something to figure it out. So yeah, I have 8 years of experience, but I'm stuck in a one-man army loop. I want to learn everything and do everything solo. How can I should master doing the work building a business? Delegation, baby, delegation. You need to do delegation. This is a problem with me as well. I like to do all the things, and I don't like to depend on anyone else. This is why I am still a senior software engineer, and this is really a dilemma for engineers. And the only the only solution is you need to know how to delegate. Start delegating your work. When you do something, you think that you are expert at it and you should delegate it to someone else and try them to do it. Then you will learn management as well. Then you will learn people management as well. I don't know how to do it. I'm still figuring it out. But I know that this is the solution. You need to start delegating. Once you start delegating, you will start, building a business automatically, because then you will start coordinating, and you will step up one step up. So I think, yeah, this is a problem for everyone. Most of the people are stuck in this loop, and this is what managers and leaders and CEOs and everyone gets paid for. They have higher salaries. They have, like, they earn millions of dollars only because they know how to delegate. They know how to orchestrate people. They know how to invoke someone. They're very good at people. They're very good at maintaining relationships. I'm sure you and I are also very good at maintaining relationships. But maintaining relationships and getting people to do the work for you is a different thing. Getting people to do work for you is very different thing. So I think, yeah, you need to start by delegating one thing to somebody else and see how it goes. Thanks for asking the previous question. One more question. In this architecture, the MCP server is stateless. It fetches a rate and returns. Yes. What about tool calls that require multiple step state, like getting a bank transfer that needs? That is where the backend comes in. Your MCP server should always be stateless. That's what I know right now. It might change in the future. But according to the architecture, your LLM app should talk to your MCP. Your MCP should talk to your backend. This stateful thing that you're talking about, like a bank transfer, this happens today as well. When you click from Flutter app, pay, that means the backend already has a session for that user. And when user pays, this is a stateless call. This does not include any previous calls. So backend maintains that session for that user, and there is security and everything going on. So when you initiate a bank transfer and when you actually pay, these are two calls, separate calls to your backend. Your backend is maintaining that security status. Similarly, MCP will be similar. So when agent calls MCP, MCP calls initiating bank transfer. This backend will actually, be stateful, and this is always like that. It's always like this in the current scenarios as well, right? So MCP server should always be stateless. It is your own system that should be stateful, right? MCP itself does not have any state or mechanism. You don't need that actually, because MCP is a gateway. You use it as a gateway proxy. You just use it as a tool for your LLM to talk to your backend. Your backend should be stateful. It's a roller coaster attendance session. Thank you so much. GDGoC UMT socials. Okay, sir, how old are you, if you don't mind asking? You never asked a man his salary and his age. I'm just over 30, so yeah, I'm just over 30. I have around, like, when I graduated in 2016. Yeah, and it has been 10 years of experience. So you can estimate the thing. But yeah, I think this was good. There are some hands raised. You want to ask questions? Through mic, so please. You can. No? Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess we should wrap this up. Uh, Thank you, Waleed, for your time and your insights. Really loved it. And everyone who joined us today, thank you so much. I've also dropped the link of our community link tree in the chat. You can get all of our socials here. Also, you can join our WhatsApp community if you haven't, for future updates regarding session and stuffs. And this sessions will be recorded and will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So yeah, See you in the next sessions, hopefully. And that's all. Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.